this is what the show's about, free game. Because I think us as people, us in our culture, everything want to be instant.
Yeah, man.
Everything wants to be microwaved. Everybody wants stuff to happen overnight.
Real quick. From ball playing to stunting, flows that have them bugging. They wanna know how we do it, but really, man, it's nothing. Conversation has changed, but game is still the same. Ray, Kyle, and Kev, Chanel, that be the gang. What we doing? Free game. What they want? Free game. Oh, we got it. Free game. Tell them again, what we doing? Free game. What they want? Free game. Oh, we got it. Free game. You keep the change. Shout out to Feel Good Media. Up next, the usual suspects.
Yo, what's up, man? Once again, it's the guys, the usual suspects, man. We got the homie out from behind the camera today. Weezy F.
Mr. Feel Good himself.
Oh my God, Mr. Feel Good himself, man. And homie been putting in a lot of work over the last year, man. He really stepped his game up as far as being on the scene, making highlight tapes, mixtapes, recording the action of anything going on around the area. You know, we got a couple things we talked about, and we're gonna reach out to a couple fellas, man, and see if we can't get something cracking for real. But man, Weez, I just want to say from my perspective and the guys, man, we appreciate you putting in the time to put what we want to do out here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Appreciate you.
you know, you taking time out of your schedule to come through, make it happen, as well as everybody. And shout out to everybody else that's came through on the show, man. Cause, we've been through a lot of obstacles trying to get times together. You know, the Jimmy Allen episode, we shot that at 11 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Jimmy, man. He had a show last night, too. We're recording this the night after your show. It was raining, but the crowd was amazing. And just shout you out for coming through. Even though it was 11, you finished in your schedule, man. So we know you're a busy guy. You know, that was a great episode. We ain't really planned on when that was going to drop, but be on the lookout for that one. And shout out everybody else, Road, for coming through. Shamik, Savage, Cub, definitely.
We had a lot who was faking and flaked out on us.
Right.
I know y'all gonna want to come on the show now after you. I don't already got the calls. Yo, y'all trying to be on the show, but damn, we called you 2-3 months before it jumped off.
Right,
Now you hear about it. Now you want to come on the show.
You know what I'm
got
saying?
you, but you
We pushed you back. They won't tell you how you got pushed back.
Right.
We ain't in a rush.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, shout out to everybody that did take that time out. Because at the end of the day, we only reason we started this was to give the flowers to those who laid the groundwork or put in the time and made the sacrifices to be great. On the court, on the field, in the entertainment world, and whatever field it is from the area, you know, to be great, you have to make sacrifices. And everybody that's been on the show and more that's coming on the show, they made those sacrifices to be in that position. You know, and that was the reason we started this show. Give you guys your flowers, keep the community updated on what's going on. We got other segments coming on, 30 minutes a game. We're gonna blend that in here and there, but you know, just little subtle things to put our voice out there and to maintain the authentic, the realness of the cloth. You know, so you know, and then shout out to Dre Collins and Dre Matthews, the OGs, the GOATs. They took time out of their schedule to come through, you know, and give us the platform so they can tell their story. And shout out Dre, got Dre Day coming up. And we had the one-on-ones yesterday. Juwan had it lit in the building last night. You know, good matchups. Shout out Dre. Dre Day is today. We're recording this on Sunday. So, and Dre's episode going to follow right after Rose as well, too, to give y'all that heads up. But, you know, Keon came through. Had a good episode with Keon. You know, we had it lit with Drew. Drew episode was probably one of the craziest for the fact that that's Big Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know that's Big Bro. So,
That was probably one of my favorite ones. I ain't gonna lie, cause I know that story from head to toe, and then hear him say it. You know what I mean? He probably kind of dumbed it down a little bit. But,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just that story and how even the ones that doubted him, like, yeah, and Fredman, he on your ass.
Yes, he is, and that's just real. You owe that man, you pay that man. That's the code we live
He
by.
wrote it. I remember the day when it came out. He was mad, damn near in tears. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody doubted him.
And motivation.
And it motivated him. So
But,
now he can talk his shit.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and that's another thing. You got to be able to right your wrongs, because we all made mistakes in the past. You know what I'm saying? But what we're big on is we not worried about the past. We moving on.
Story too, though.
Say it again, bro.
Meek story.
Oh yeah, Meek. Oh yeah, that little bro.
Meek got a
Shout out
strong story.
Shamik. Shout out Shamik.
And shout out Shamik and what he's doing with the cake program, man. He putting in the time.
Definitely cool.
He's being consistent.
Deserving.
He's a lawyer on top of that. He doing the painting. So bro doing what he got to do in the community, doing his part. And big shout out to little bro, because he's handling his business.
Yeah.
And shit, as far as the cake program, bro, congratulations on your past year, man. You know what I'm saying? 9-1. 9-1. You know what I'm saying?
Big.
Your first year was a little bit of a struggle, but you turned it around. Had a couple games early, your team should have won, but growing through that, you won them games late in the season. And you come back second year with the same squad and do a 9-1 turnaround. So, you know, we big on flowers. So there go, you know what I'm saying? Let's water you for a second, because a lot of people might not even know that, you know.
Right.
Bro made the sacrifice, he putting in the time, staying consistent like we do it with everything we do nowadays as far as track. But he took his JV program, freshman program, and he turned it around. So from me to you, we talked briefly about it off camera, but you know what I'm saying, just putting it out there. What was the biggest change from first year to second year?
First year, you know, guys don't know me. You know what I mean? I may be quiet when I'm around people, but of course it's a different kid. You may not like me, you know, and I'm fine with that because I ain't too big on people liking me anyway. So each his own.
Which is a fact though.
But you know what I mean, on that court I'm a different person, you know what I mean? And I expect my players to play like that too at both ends. I'm not satisfied with a one end guy. You know what I mean? You can't give it to me on one end and not the other. You're not gonna be on the floor much, just being honest. I need you both ends. 110 is what they used to call me, so I need you
110.
110.
Shout out Mac, because he gave him that name too.
I need 110 when you on that court. You know what I mean? 100's not good. I need that extra 10. And, you know, they just didn't understand that. You know, they didn't really feel me. You know what I mean? But once they got the hang of me, learned my voice, got past that, it was different. You know what I mean? They know what I expect. I'm going to put you in position to succeed, and it's on you to execute. I cannot play for you. My time has come and gone. Did what I was supposed to do, and I expect you to do what you're supposed to do if you're going to play for me. As simple as that. You know what I mean?
And that's real because, like I said, the first season I was at damn near at least a little bit more than half the games. And early in the season, I could tell, like you said, the way you play, because you're the Draymond of us. You know what I'm saying? You're the voice. You know what I'm saying? You're the vocal leader. And a lot of people, it's hard for them to play underneath that. But at the same time, we know what's going to be at the end of that if you can stay down and muscle up and do that. And early in the season, I see they were shy away from that. But then late in that first year, I seen them turn the corner. They was pulling them games out. They was extending the lead late in the game. So they started to grasp it. So it was kind of like that second year was nothing. It was like hit the ground running. 2 or 3 new players that had to grasp the concept. But you had other players that was already coached by you that led by example.
I think I brought 7 up with me. Leggins was already up there. Luke was already up there. And Timmy just came over from Tech. So those were the 3 new guys that gel the team. But everybody else already knew.
Right.
They caught on quick too, you know what I mean? One band, one sound.
Right. And that's pretty much the cloth of how we play. And that's the cloth that is embedded into the academy that we run, the Trap Academy.
And get to that. You know,
listen,
and we need our own fucking flowers.
Yeah, and that might even be a whole nother episode, because the leaps that them boys made,
right, yeah.
we ain't even got, this is just a little pilot episode. That might be during the 30 minutes of game.
Shout out to y'all boys.
Shout out to the young boys, man. We might even bring them on to that show and let them, that's how we gonna do that.
Came from nothing.
Man, listen.
Y'all came from nothing.
Because there's no way to say it. Like, they really came from nothing.
Yeah.
And I want to give them their flowers, because we're hard on them.
Yeah,
we on the edge, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be cool for them to see, okay, you know what I'm saying? It'd be good to hear. So
anytime you win a championship,
Back to
you
back.
come back and you come back to practice that next day, and what they had to do? Pay for them turnovers.
Pay for them
stop it.
turnovers. You know
And
what
they
I'm
just
saying?
won the chip. You still got to pay for them turnovers.
you know what I'm saying?
That
So
man, pay up, man.
man, exactly. So you know, shout out to the young boys, shout out to the parents that stayed down with us.
Shout out to the parents.
y'all important too. Y'all give y'all
That shit is
time.
hard. That shit is hard.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially the way we was getting beat early in the season. We gonna leave it at that. They keep going and turn around. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody. And shit, Smoke, injury, back to back, hurt you a little bit. Where we at now? As far as health wise.
I'm good. I mean, I'm like.
Don't listen to him. He lying. He lying. He lying.
I'm probably like,
Whatever he say, just add 2 months.
I'm probably like 40%. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tried nothing physically. I ain't tried nothing crazy. I don't got time to. You know what I mean? Like, if I go down again, it's over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you now. If I go down again,
But
it's
ain't no
over.
rush. It ain't no rush.
But
It
I'm
ain't no
probably a
rush.
couple months out.
Another year.
I know they got the
Yeah.
one-on-one thing coming on. You know what I mean?
And that's my biggest thing. I think.
We're big supporters of that. You know,
Yeah.
I love that.
Shout out Juwan, man. You
But
definitely
I'm
have
coming to
do
get y'all though. Y'all need to know that. You know what I'm
Because
saying? Y'all
that's
need to know that.
that was my thing. Me and Kurt,
Need to know that.
me and Kurt bullshit about it. Shout out to homie, man. Shout out to bro,
I'm
man.
out,
Kurt.
bro.
We got his episode coming too, but got hurt a little too early because we be out there every week defending somewhere.
What?
We be out there.
Everywhere.
It don't matter. We be out there
Baltimore,
every week.
DC, wherever.
Philly, it didn't matter. But
But before we go, where was all this couple years ago?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Where was where we was in our prime
Right,
or however,
right,
whatever?
right.
Like, look,
But it is what
we're
it
not,
is.
We're not 30s now, dog.
Yeah,
Where
you know.
was this when we was 27? 20?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
What? But that's alright. Like I said,
But
I'm coming for y'all. So you heard it first from me. We ain't gonna do all the talking. Y'all know
Nah.
what's up.
you know what I'm saying? But 40%. That's real. I say about 40%. So, because you know when I had my injury, all you gotta do is listen to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's my main thing to you is just listen to yourself. Ain't no rush, ain't no hurry. Plus, you gotta go through us for 2 months before anybody else even see you. So
Right. You know, ain't nobody gonna guard you like
exactly. So at the same time, whatever he say when he's in public, add 2 months
You're
later.
not gonna find a defender like me.
No.
There's nowhere you can run. There's nowhere you can hide. We're inside the
Nah, I'm
lines.
gonna
It's just me and
take
you.
my motherfucking time. I'm
Yeah.
taking that's for sure. I done been down before. I know how it is. Y'all lucky. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? All y'all lucky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
man.
keep it humble and keep it cool.
Fuck being humble.
those
Tell the
two-
truth.
One by
Nothing
one.
wrong with telling the truth.
Yeah. I'm plucking them off one by one. I got a list. You know what I'm saying? And
It'll come out.
yeah, it'll come out. Whoever want to smoke them, get it. Ain't nothing.
Yeah,
ain't
man,
nothing
Don't
changed.
run.
Yeah.
Don't run and act like you're not a one-on-one guy no more. Cause y'all in these shows now, you're holding up shirts. I beat this guy, I beat that guy, and I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, a lot of these guys they matching y'all up with, they need to stop it. They need to stop it. But that's another story.
Yeah, man. But I like the atmosphere. I like the energy.
I love that
I love the event.
Shout out
It gets
Juan
better.
again. Shout
Yeah,
out
man.
Juan
It gets
again,
better
man. I
every
like
time, man. And
real dope.
man, before we wrap it up, man, I don't want to miss anybody. Shout out Unc for giving us his time. His episode
Yeah,
coming
shout out-
season 2.
shout out,
Bro, be number 1.
bro.
Shout out Drew,
Both Dre's, shout out
Both
to y'all
Dre's.
goats.
me, Jimmy, me,
Coach.
Tingle, yeah,
Definitely
Savage,
shout out Coach Tingle, baby. Yeah.
Keon.
Big
definitely.
bro Drew. You know what I mean?
And definitely shout out everybody else that's gonna come through and not bluff us, man, and give us your time. Cause at the end of the day, this show is about y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're secure enough to give everybody else their flowers. I think that's something that we don't really do enough.
Right,
you know,
right,
like
right.
it ain't make you less of a man to really say, yo, homie, you're doing your thing. You know what I'm
Nice,
saying?
or I'm inspired by
Right,
you.
exactly. Ain't nothing
You
wrong with that.
inspired me or some shit like that. Like,
There's nothing wrong with that, and I think we gotta get back to that. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody. Shout out everybody that's tuned in. Definitely go to the homie page, lock in, subscribe, give us that sub, man, cause we trying to build something. It ain't even about us. Y'all gotta understand that it's never about us. We understand where our place is at, and where we fit in. You know what I'm saying? But we're building
I'm
something
stamped.
bigger.
Hey,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't
So.
I ain't even tripping. I'm stamped. Like,
Oh yeah, and Pope, if you see this, bro, We waiting on you.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's our man. That's our man, dog. Pope, you are the man, dog. Like you're the man.
Man, bro.
You're the man. We all.
You paved the way for me since I was a young boy back at the middle school.
Jesus Shuttlesworth, come tell your story.
Man, definitely. Hey man, biking head, dog. You're legendary.
Right.
Nobody did it before, dog. And if anybody, you was one of the first that was in mind when we was even plotting this up at the end of the day, because you was that guy. You still are that guy, and there's no way that the story can be told without a Brian Pope.
Right.
And that's facts.
And can't nobody tell it no better than you.
Then you.
Fuck with they say we done heard. Nah, you tell your own story your way.
Dog, you're a Sussex County guy.
My
bro.
God, yeah, right. Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Straight guy, you're a strong. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that we reach out to, man, hear this. You know what I'm saying? Because we owe it to the youth, the ones that's coming up. We got a rich history. We got to hold on to that. It's got to be
young
told.
boys that's coming
Yeah,
up, and
it's
they need
a
to know
lot of
what's up.
young boys.
They need to know what's up.
And at the end of the day, they'll have this to fall back on, their culture. Because it's nothing but greats in the area. We already know where we fall at, you know? So we're small, so we stick together. That's the thing. So,
We might have to go out Pine Town though and get Pete.
oh,
He
Pete,
gonna
yeah,
come to
definitely.
us,
We got the greats
We
coming.
want that Cape story. We're gonna have to go there. We
Yeah.
gonna get that. We can film right there and get his story. Cause that's definitely gotta be on season 2.
Yeah, it definitely. And Big Tracy.
Goats.
Yeah.
Big Tracy, yeah,
Season 2 might be all ghosts that nobody really, that people forget about. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
they know what's up when they hear that.
when they hear that name, you know. So everybody that's got their business running and jumping,
Oh,
keep
yeah.
pushing, dog. You know, me and bro, Flater Boys. Kyle got the training going on.
Yeah.
Tweets Feel Good Media.
Yeah, Ward.
You got War.
Blacktown.
All that. SOS. Primo.
Yes, sir.
Love over hate.
Yeah.
Spread love.
You got
Yeah,
A1.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole, and anybody else that we missed is not. Oh yeah, we.
You got True
definitely.
Cutters. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we out A1 Movers. Hey, y'all said that, didn't y'all?
Yeah.
Man, shout everybody
Shout
out,
everybody
man.
doing
You know what I'm
it,
saying?
man.
And
Everybody.
shout out the ones that started up and we followed, because this is just a generation that watched people before them. And I'm starting to see some things, and we're starting to do some things and notice some things.
Did we shout out Primo?
Yeah, I got Primo. I said Primo. Shout out to C's and Jew and them boys, man. That's family over there, definitely. And shout out Quandre too, man. Keep that league jumping.
Definitely.
Keep that league jumping, bro. Y'all keep doing what y'all
Remember
doing.
who told you no mixtapes tonight?
Right. That's who it is. When you see this, that's Kev. That's bro. You know what I'm saying? So y'all keep putting that energy out there, man. Y'all bringing hoopers off the couch, man. We need to be more active.
They really did.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all bringing hoopers off the couch. It ain't nothing to give niggas they flowers. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to y'all too, because it wouldn't be nothing for you and Flex to come over here and bust it up. It ain't really about nothing at all, man. But man, thanks for tuning in with the boys, man. Once again, Usual Suspects in the Trap with Feel Good Media. You know, shout out to Jay Thomas. I like how you put that together.
Oh yeah.
I like how you put that together. I like how you put that together. Feel Good Media in the Trap with the Usual Suspects, man. So shout out to everybody, man. Spread love, all that good stuff, man. Till next time, it's the guys, man. Peace.
Shout out to Feel Good Media. Up next, the Usual Suspects.